Hello and welcome to tonight's discussion and examination of malt liquors. Always malt liquors, what you know about that. So I have Colt 45 malt liquor. Well, they don't call it malt liquor anymore. I have Colt 45 original, what you know about that. 5.6% alcohol. Purchased at the local Walmart because they didn't have any Olde English 800 in stock. But I figured, Colt 45 is all right. I'm not too sure about this new City Brewing version, honestly, but this thing will focus. I'd be happy, but it doesn't want to. Okay, G. Heileman Brewing Company, they got bought out in 1996. I was at the brewery the day it got bought out. True story. Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Memphis, Tennessee. Irwindale, California. Those are all City Brewing. Lager, the only thing in the universe known to cut chicken vindaloo. Now it says Colt45maltliquor.com. We'll see if that website works. I doubt it. Pop the can. Introduced in 1963. 5.6% alcohol. Okay. You could put the rest in the fridge. Don't want it to warm up. Warmth is not a malt liquor's friend. Okay, I'll show you this before I turn on the lamps. Clear, golden appearance, very light, thick white head, very light in this Pilsner glass. Okay, not a Pilsner. Not a Pilsner at all. It's an American adjunct lager. Contains some sort of adjunct such as corn syrup or corn starch or rice. I don't know the current recipe of Colt 45. First tried it in 1996. Okay, let's see if this website works. Notice they give the website is Colt 45 malt liquor, not Colt 45 lager. Yeah, it comes up, but there's nothing on it. Same old story. It's like a dead. They're so bad. You click on the malts, they don't even show the malt liquors. Pabst is so terrible. Their internet presence is a joke. Their marketing is a joke. Their distribution is a mystery. But their sales seem to be good. What's the history behind malt liquor? It goes back to the 1940s. It goes back to Prohibition, because after Prohibition, you couldn't use the term strong beer. Because you can't, they can't encourage drinking and alcoholism. So they couldn't say Colt 45 strong beer or Clicks strong beer, so they say malt liquor, which is an old term for beer. It's an old like Renaissance or medieval term for strong beer or just beer. Trying to see if I can find. might be a malt liquor from Dixie Brewing, no longer in business. Smells nice. A little sour, bread, dough, nice lacing. Look. Bitterness, very low. Sweetness, moderate. Body, medium. Finish, dry. Oh boy. Let it snow.
Absolutely.
Is in Colorado.
I am in Colorado, and man, it's a lot of snow. There's the Ramble Man.
Beverage Ramble is
Hello,
in Georgia.
hello, Mr. T. How are you? How are you? How are you?
I bet. Did I hear Colt 45 there, Ronald?
That's what I'm drinking.
Hold on, let me get mine.
I can't find. That is the hardest beer to find. California or Colorado, you can
Really?
Well, they didn't sell it. They didn't sell it in my town for like 20 years, and then it just showed up earlier this year at Walmart. Generally,
yeah, 45 is pretty much a brand that everybody can find easily. That's surprising.
Not where I live. Not where I live.
Hold on.
Is that from Miller? Colt 45 now.
It's owned by Pabst Brewing Company, and it's produced by a company called City Brewing.
Okay. There's a great question in the questions there. Do you know the history behind malt liquor? Mine,
Yeah.
Hey, Jean-Philippe, mine is bigger than yours.
Yes. Grenade! Explosion!
Whenever I can get a single, I love a single. And a 40-ounce bottle, oh my gosh.
This is a 6-pack of the Grenade for $5.99 at the Tower. So
You didn't show us what's under the cap.
not much, really, as you can see with the light.
Mickey's always. Oh, there's nothing in here, is there? Oh, I gotta.
Looks like a tennis, like some tennis racket or something.
It's
some
a
guns,
anagram or whatever.
Yeah, I'm having dinner right now.
So
Wow.
I have Colt 45, and it's 5.6, and Claude has Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, introduced in 1962, a year before mine, and it is 5.6. John has Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, 5.6%.
And what's really nice, you taught me this. I can't find it now. They put the date. There it is. Look at that. Nice and easy to find.
January 13th of next year.
Yeah. Do you have that too, Jean-Philippe?
I'm looking for mine right now. And
Not Jean-Philippe, Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre, excuse me.
That's fine. That's fine. Jean-Philippe.
French names. You're lucky I don't call you Jean-Claude.
Oh, believe me, some of my former coworkers used to call me Jean-Claude a lot. So
he was a great skier.
It was always out of fun. I know it was never really malicious. So damn, I don't see it. Shoot. It's on here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. It says March of 2025.
Don't you like? You ever notice? It's so nice. Some companies hide it or don't have it at all, and some companies you got to turn it upside down, and it's like hidden in all kinds of cryptic nonsense.
Yeah. So, I guess I've have anyone gave their stories of their respective beers. I was going to give my story about.
Yeah, well, we will in a minute. This is a beer that Dixie used to make, and I think this was their malt liquor, Dixie 45 brand. But I never saw Dixie 45, but David said he knew about it.
Where's Dave tonight?
Whoa, that's too big. What is this? 500%.
What?
It's like I hit the wrong button or something. Okay, we serve Dixie 45 brand. You see, I think that was their malt liquor, because you couldn't even, and I think it was until 1994 you couldn't even put the alcohol level on a beer
Why not?
because of prohibition. They didn't want to encourage drinking or heavy drinking. See, so that's how malt liquor got started. They would allude to strength. There's
Tell-
1645.
Jeffrey, Ballantine Ale has been slowly disappearing. It's hard for me to find it when I go home to Jersey, Ballantine Ale. I know for me it's hard.
Yeah.
Good old
The
Ballantine.
big 12 cans, 12 bottles, the 40-ounce bottles.
I went to that brewery a month before Hurricane Katrina, and it got decimated. The brewery was all right, but I mean, the hurricane was bad, and then people went inside and looted it and tore it all up. So that was the end of that. And we know they had a new owner that brought it back, and that was a fiasco. So, but anyway, but it's Oh, look, somebody did a video review.
Yeah, who was that guy?
I don't know, some genius on the internet. Like
Very young man, no mustache.
A real. I know. Maybe I'll shave it. Maybe I'll grow a beard back. I don't know. Valentine, it's probably not gone. It's just probably so rare because of their bizarre.
Do you guys remember
It is.
Peels? Do you remember Peels? It was a New York City beer.
I heard of Peels, but I never had it.
Yeah, I think it was Piels.
Yeah, I bought it twice when I was up in the Northeast.
I had Rheingold. I remember
Rheingold was a good beer.
when I became a legal drinking age. I mean, they used to sponsor the Mets baseball game. That's right, folks. Rheingold beer is back, and I had that with some. I had it with this was back with '99, and coming out of the city, I was just screwing around and Rheingold. Let me try this. I bought a single bottle. It was not too bad for the beer. Who the hell's calling me? Damn.
What's this? What's ringing?
My phone. Hold on.
Hello. There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's all this ringing. All right. So I'm going to do a screen share and show you the website for Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, owned by Miller now. They bought it in
Get stung. So what is that insect? A hornet? A wasp? What is it?
like a hornet to me.
Why would you pick or get stung? I always wonder, why would they pick an insect to represent their beer? But Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Palace, you know what they have representing their restaurant?
A rat.
A rat. Yeah.
Well, let's think about it. A hornet can sting you, and a hornet's wearing boxing gloves. So it's all about strength. Getting stung, getting lit up, boxing gloves. But you see, they could not back in the 1940s and 30s when they wanted to make strong beer after Prohibition, they could not say strong beer. But in Canada, they have beers, they just say strong beer or extra strong beer. They don't have that rule.
Mine is, I think 5.8, 5.6 or 5.8.
Yeah, so the United States companies came up with an alternative term for strong beer, and they called it malt liquor. And then they used all these allusions to strength. You notice they have horses, Colt 45 horses, yeah. Or Colt 45, really a pistol, but they tried to claim it was named after some obscure football player for the Baltimore.
What was the one with the bull? Remember that?
Schlitz malt liquor, bull. You see, everything's about power. A bull, a hornet, a horse.
So why did Budweiser get that man in a dress to represent it?
So you don't get malt liquors like name. You don't have malt liquors name stuff like, like Petunia malt liquor or butterfly malt liquor, right? Okay. Mickey's was originally introduced in 1960. Well, you could read it, Claude, if you want to.
Mickey's was originally introduced in 1962 by Sterling Brewers Inc. of Evansville, Indiana. Mickey's packaged in both cans and bottles, but it is properly known for its green beehive-shaped, another insect thing there. Beehive-shaped waffle pattern, wide-mouth 12-ounce bottle, often referred to as a grenade. Miller Brewing Company acquired Mickey's and Mickey's Ice. Mickey's Ice, I've never had that. 1999. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, but I found it in Florida and in Wisconsin, but it was discontinued 4 years ago.
I love those.
It was slightly stronger, yeah.
You don't see as many ice beers as you used to.
No. I like how they write this. Mickey's was originally introduced. Well, yeah, if anything's introduced, that's its origin. They must have gotten this at the Office of Redundancy office.
I like the green bottle because I think it protects the beer. You know, as opposed to Miller High Life, which is a clear bottle.
Yeah, but you see, with Miller High Life, you don't have to worry about skunking because they use a special hop that was developed to not get skunked.
Yes, I've never had a skunky Miller High Life. Rolling Rock was always, when I was a kid, Rolling Rock was always the skunkiest beer ever.
Not to me. Whenever I had Rolling Rock, I would have it. It was perfection.
Miller developed a hop called Galena hops, and Galena hops don't skunk. So anyway, here is the Mickey's lineup. This is a current website, so they're showing the ice, but I don't think
it's still there.
Well, hey, you never know, because remember, most of course have admitted they made some screw ups,
and they brought back brought back the edge.
They brought the ice house edge back. You're right, and also they brought back Miller High Life light back.
That's right. So we got the 12-ounce can, 16-ounce can, 24-ounce can, 12-ounce grenade bottle. They're calling it a grenade. To me, it always looked like a beer barrel, but I thought it looked like a beer barrel. Mickey's quart bottle.
The only ones I've seen has been the grenades in the 25-ounce can and the 40-ounce bottle.
40-ounce, and then you got the ice. I've seen all these can and bottle sizes. Literally, I've seen them all. I can tell you that. Puzzles. Each can bottle cap has a puzzle in it.
There you go.
So I'm looking at a box, looking at racing or something on this one. I see a tennis racket.
Why they do the things they do. Somebody at a board meeting said, "Hey, let's put puzzles in our beer can."
Man, it's about time. I've been sitting here for 5 solid minutes while y'all going on about some pale ale. It sucks.
We missed it.
No, we weren't talking about pale ale. We were talking about
what's up.
We're talking about Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor.
Let's hope.
Y'all were talking about some pale ale.
All right, what do you have tonight?
What do you think I have by the name? OE 800 in the 40-ounce bottle. And boys, let me tell you what. I found a glass one.
Yep, you're right.
Around these parts, they sell the 42-ounce plastic. And if y'all want to know the history why they call it the grenade, if you just hang on a second, I'll let you know. Back in the day when we were in high school and pre-college levels, the grenade type, the 12-ounce bottle, actually came with a pull top. So not only did it look like a grenade, but it was almost like you were pulling the pin of a grenade. Hence, that's why the name grenade.
That's right. You could pull the whole top off.
Well, you were saying you don't know why they call it grenade, and I was just letting you know.
No.
That's why they call it grenade.
I was saying I said to me it looks like a beer barrel.
Well, that's why they call it grenade.
Correct. That's correct.
So we had the OE 800 Olde English. Haven't had this in a long time. Like I said, the last time I had the Olde English 800. It came in a 42-ounce plastic bottle.
Yeah, they got rid of those.
Take that and like save it for whatever.
They cut those. Those got cut.
Unfortunately, Unfortunately, OE is very hard to find. I mean, it's sold here, but you have to really, unless I'm in the not the most reasonable area of Atlanta, I can get OE. No, I mean,
Sean,
there's
why you
one
scared about that?
by,
Go get a beer. Dude, I'll go get a beer. I don't care.
there's one by the
There's no
stadium.
message about getting a beer.
There's one by the where the Greyhound track is, right off of 75, 85, right near the state
On the
capitol.
other side of the tracks.
Other side of the tracks,
What's
right?
that? Other side of the tracks.
See, some people have their nice homes, whatnot. But I know one store called King Liquors. I can get OE the cans, not the bottles, but the cans of.
Yeah,
Dude, I ain't seen a 40 forever.
Walmart sells the cans. Circle K and Racetrack sell the 40-ounce bottles. Olde English was introduced in 1964. So we have malt liquors introduced in 62, 63, and 64. So all from the 60s.
Yep. And you
And
don't
the story-
hear too much about people drinking malt liquor anymore.
No.
I
So-
don't understand.
I'm going to ask a silly question. Are all beers that are a little higher in alcohol a malt liquor?
They could be sold that way, yes, if they chose to market them that way.
Specifically says on the label it's a malt liquor. And Jay and I were having a conversation off camera about that. And I said, hey, can I bring this even though it doesn't say malt liquor? And he's like, yeah. Like that doesn't even say malt liquor. It just says fine. What does it say?
But guys, it's fair to say
It does say malt liquor.
the way these beers taste, the way they go down is smooth. It's like you're drinking a regular beer. I just hard to call it a malt liquor.
It is a regular beer. It is a regular beer.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
a beer with a slightly higher alcohol level. The whole reason they sold it as malt liquor was to get around the rules that said you could not sell beer above 5%.
Well, just for an example, that beer I sent you, Buddy with the Chainsaw, that was like 8% alcohol by volume. Very high beer.
That was
It's
a very
nice-
good beer too. I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Found something you liked. Oh, my prayers have been answered. The thing is, it's labeled as a IPA or a beer, not a
Okay,
malt.
let's clear it up, and then we'll move on.
Thank you, Mr. Wizard.
Let's clear it up.
You remember that?
I remember hearing about that. Malt liquor is not a type of, it's not a style of beer. It's a legal term that the U.S. government allowed as a alternative name for beer, so that beer companies could sell high alcohol beer after Prohibition,
I can't even read the label of this.
because the law said you can't sell strong beer. So the liquor companies, I mean, the beer companies said, what if we sell a strong malt liquor? Because it doesn't say beer. And the U.S. government was like, yeah, sure, because they're not going to turn down that tax revenue, right? So you got beer that's 5% or lower, and then you have malt liquor that's up to, some of them are like doggone 15%. So it was a wink and a nod. It was a wink and a nod to get around the liquor law. And then all the prohibitionist people could say, see, we don't allow strong beer in America. It's like, yeah, right.
Whenever
Sure.
you're ready to put mine in the scroll bar there.
Oh, yeah, right.
0.9% alcohol.
So
Yeah,
was beer allowed during Prohibition?
You could get around it.
No.
allowed.
Only malt,
Hey, some companies were allowed to make liquor during Prohibition. For
whiskey
medicinal
for
purposes.
medicinal purposes.
Wine for churches was allowed.
Right.
Yeah, Jay, if you go look at the private chat, I sent a link, the 40-ounce malt liquor. It'll give you list all the malt liquors that are not being made and other stuff, So.
Oh, yeah, right. That's I know about that website. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the country club? Remember country club? You sit at the country club, with the nice jacket and the fire. You're drinking a Schlitz.
Yeah,
They
still make Country Club, but it's from Pabst, so most people can get it. So I'm going to research that Ballantine later and find out what happened, but it wouldn't shock me that they got rid of it.
Well, Ballantine's not a malt liquor. I mean, it may be the way it looks to some people. It's but really it's a blonde ale.
It's an ale, but it's still stronger than 5%. So you could call it a malt liquor if you wanted to, because you could
Doesn't
call
have
it
a label. Not if it's not labeled.
Yeah,
That'd be representation.
like I said, it's a nebulous term. It's a term that has no real meaning. It's like the term craft beer. Craft beer means different things to different people.
Nebulous, is it from that quadrant? We're using Star Trek terms now.
Correct. Now, so I'll give y'all a quick rundown of this beer, and I'll give you a score. I like Colt 45. It has changed over the years. Like, you know, when I first tried it in 1996, it was owned by Heilemann Brewing, and then Heilemann got bought out by Stroh's.
Where is Heilemann from?
They were from La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Okay.
So I was there the day they got bought out. I was at the brewery. That was a weird thing, though. I was at
where the Saints used to have their training facilities. La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Correct. So I was at the brewery in 1996, the day it was bought out. So I went to the brewery and I bought a keychain. I didn't go on the tour. I went to the gift shop, and then I got back in my car and I was driving up the highway, and it came on the radio and said, "Breaking news, Heilemann Brewing has been bought out by Stroh's." And all the people were in a panic. But then 3 years later, Stroh's got bought out by Pabst. And my theory, and I think I thought about this about a week ago. I came up with this theory. I think Pabst bought all these brands so that they could get them off the shelf. Get it?
So,
People keep.
At one point, they said during some commercial I would hear in the 90s about Colt 45, somewhere in Baltimore, Maryland.
It started in Baltimore, Maryland, yeah.
Right.
So I think I for years I thought Pabst was stupid, and they bought companies and brands so that they could ruin it, or they didn't know how to market it. They didn't know how to handle it. But now I realize they didn't buy these brands and screw them up. They bought these brands specifically to
competition.
Right. They bought all these brands to get them off the shelf. So they don't care, because you go in any beer store, they're going to have Pabst Blue Ribbon on the shelf, but they're not going to have these other obscure things. So it was a predatory acquisition, but oh well. Now, the aroma is very bready. Think of like a sweet white bread crust.
Yeah.
Like what Wonder Bread or Sara Lee bread, Sara Lee. The taste, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Moderate sweetness. Maybe let's say 2.5 out of 5 hop cones, sugar cubes. The bitterness is very low. Malt liquors are known for having very low bitterness.
No bitterness, nothing.
I would say maybe 1 out of 5 hop cones. They add hops just to kind of cut that sweetness so you don't gag when you drink it. Body's medium, the finish is dry. It's a good product. Is it fabulous? Is it amazing? I don't know about all that, but it's fine. So I'll give it and I'm going to show ads while y'all are talking. I'm going to show old ads where I can find some.
We all know there were a couple of people that were famous people before they became famous. Ted Danson did something for Colt 45 with
really?
He did a TV commercial with a supermodel turned restaurateur B. Smith, Barbara Smith B. Smith, and of course we all know the legendary Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, back in that heyday back in the 80s when malt liquor was. But you see now, the government doesn't care if you call it a strong beer and have high alcohol. So there was no reason to keep pushing it. Okay,
but the negative connotation for people who drink it still, who would say, or say, a white guy, a nice dude,
trash beer.
Yeah, a good-looking beer. I would say it could be seriously true story. When I was leaving a service station in Mobile, a guy, straight up, regular dude, he was a doctor. I guess he's getting off work. He pulled up, not one of the best places, but it was right down the street.
Did he have a plate on that says he was a doctor?
No, he had his scrubs on. He was a doctor. He had his scrubs on. Mobile Infirmary, right down the street. So he pulls in. and he's walking out of there with a can of Colt 45 in his hand and a brown bag. I said, all right, cool, no problem.
Right.
So, no judgment here. Just
No
like I saw another
judgment.
guy buying a Bud Ice at the same service station.
I almost bought Bud Ice, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not malt liquor. I got to put it back.
So, it's an interesting story. It's not like it used to be years ago where malt liquor was like a big thing and it was Boys in the Hood and all of that stuff, and
Why it's always going to be Boys in the Hood and all
well, because if you watch Boys in the Hood, like the opening scene, they're all drinking all these malt liquors,
There was a lot of negative connotation. A lot of the civil rights leaders at the time, Lacey Dolores Tucker, many of them attacked a lot of these rappers and even attacked Billy D. Williams. Because remember, Billy was still doing commercials in the 90s of Colt 45.
Yeah, they said he was a traitor. But here's an old advertisement from Colt 45. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Really?
On the new recipe?
Yeah, I give
Sure
this.
about that?
I'm tasting it right
Sure
now.
about that on the new recipe.
Giving it a 9 out of 10.
All right.
Now look at this old advertisement. Colt 45 gourmet recipes. Hamburgers.
Well, that's some gourmet food. I see grilled cheese,
Grilled cheese
hot
sandwiches.
dogs, French fries. Oh, and sardines.
Sardines and some canned oysters.
That would be the only thing I would pick out of all that food would be the sardines.
So obviously the advertisement is sort of making a joke, but
You think?
National Brewing, back when it was owned by National Brewing Company. So they have a nice fancy glass and a can of Colt 45, and it's got.
Do y'all remember the old what was that liquor?
Hey, wait, they do have baked potatoes. Okay, old liquor.
Do y'all remember the old Crown Royal advertisement? It used to be in the magazines, and it was a smashed bottle, like it was broken, and the slogan was "Ever seen a grown man cry?"
Oh yeah, oh
Like
yeah.
in the back of Playboys and Penthouse magazines. That's what I remember seeing in that.
Oh yeah, they used to have interesting articles.
Those things were all over the place. That was our internet. But people would find like magical items in it. Like somebody found a shark. They're like, oh, look at the shark.
Here is you can win a
Playboy.
completely
Oh,
unique weekend.
How the conversation just kind of rolls.
The Playboy Jet, yes.
A completely unique weekend on Playboy's Jet. I bet it was unique, and they probably have you on.
Yeah, it was.
They probably had you on video after the trip, so they could blackmail you later.
Can we toast to you, Hefner?
It was the Harvey Weinstein before Harvey Weinstein.
Mm.
You had to send in an envelope before September 2nd, 1973, so that you could win. Now, so you could go and have a great time, and then later you would get a manila folder, and then you would have to start paying.
Yeah, and then you'd have to bring that note to your elementary school. Hey, look, I won this. I'm gonna go hang out with all these beautiful women with big hoo-has, and we're gonna roll around and play with hoo-has.
And drink Colt 45. All right, so
Look at the cans, man. They're pop tops. They're peel backs. Remember that? The peel backs? You take the peel back.
Never saw them in my lifetime. When I saw, I don't know how long they remain around the pop tops. I don't know until what early 70s.
Oh, they were
early 80s, early 80s.
And you
My dad mostly drank beer out of bottles.
You get the ring, and if they had two indentations in, you could take that and you make like a toy out of it. You stick it in, pull it back, and you let it go, and it'd take off like a top. Or like a prison.
Isn't that the same jet? Isn't that the same jet plane used by the Gambino crime family? Anyway,
That was
I don't know about
Kennedy.
the
That was Kennedy
Gambinos.
using the Air Force
We
One.
do have Gambinos here as well as Marcellus is here.
Marcelo, yeah. All right. So I gave it a 9 out of 10. I like the product. I don't know, but it's kind of like questionable history. But anyway,
I am drinking Mickey's fine malt liquor, and I've actually put a dent in this bottle. Look at this, guys. It's the
Oh,
smell.
that's smooth.
I'll tell you, the smell reminds me either my old high school gym shorts in the locker that I washed about 3 times a year, or
Oh,
the Howard
come on.
Johnson's men's room on Route 46 in Little Ferry,
any
New Jersey.
We don't have bull around these parts.
I've been on Route 46. I tried to make a left turn. I tried to make a left turn and almost got in a wreck.
Route 46 in New Jersey, right? Yeah.
Little Ferry. They remember the Howard Johnsons with the,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, it smell in tribute to Dave. This is a beer or a malt liquor that smells like beer. It just smells like a real beer.
Amen. Amen to that.
Beer, it's a beer.
It's a beer. It's not fruity. It's not any. It just smells like beer. It's very smooth. I gotta. Would you agree?
Yes, I like Mickey's fine malt liquor.
It's
I do
very
too. I just
smooth.
wanted to bring something else into the forum tonight because I knew Mickey's was going to get, front center stage.
I got to tell you, it's look at that. It's still got a little fizz on it. I poured it a few minutes ago. It's very smooth. The sweetness surprised me. There's the sweetness is very. Ron, what do you give it? Sugar cubes, 1 out of 5, or something like that?
Sugar cubes and hop cones.
I would say 2.5 to 3 sugar. It's sweet smelling, and sweet tasting. There's no bite whatsoever in this. You could not put this beer in the same.
I would like to make like a public service announcement right here with the malt liquors. They stay within a certain alcohol content. It's either like 4.6 up to like 5.9, maybe to 6.0, 6.1. Outside of that, man, you're going some stuff that doesn't even make sense. These beers are designed to be a higher alcohol content to regular beer.
But you don't taste it. The smell, it's a beer. This reminds me when I was a little boy delivering from my dad's grocery store in New York City. I'd go into the local bars bringing sandwiches and stuff. And that smell in these old little Irish bars. Okay.
Man, what a beautiful life that was, huh?
Yeah, it was. I was a kid in New York City, man. I loved it. I was,
I remember that life in Mid-City when I was a kid too, man.
Yeah, and it's a good quality. I'll sum it up for what it is. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. It's not my first Mickey's. I'll give it a healthy 95. It's a good product. It's an excellent. And I paid I think $3.15 for the big 40-ounce bottle.
Oh man, I was going to ask
I think in Louisiana we can get 40-ounce bottles of Mickey's for like $2.59.
Yeah. I'm in a small town I'm in a small mountain town in Colorado. It's only mom and pop stores, and stuff.
Yeah,
like
wow, right. So you gotta. That's a trade-off. Yeah.
Who knows? The beer prices may start going down now that Mr. T's in the office now. So
that's right.
Oh, another benefit.
It's going to be free. Actually, beer's going to be free.
Yes. And he doesn't even drink.
Yep. Beer's going to be free. Pizza's going to be free. All the highways will have no more potholes. All right. Anyway, it's going to be great.
So my thoughts on Mickey's has always been the first time I had this. By the way, guys, hi, how are you? I got the grenade bottles again, $5.99 for the 6er of the grenades. First time I had Mickey's actually
around here too.
Yeah. So the first time I had Mickey's, I think it was actually when I was living in Mobile. A guy was drinking it, and I said, I wasn't into the bone. By that time, I had moved there, and then I was still drinking the Busch Lights and all the others, the cheap stuff and whatever. So one afternoon, actually, when I started watching your channel, Jay, and also Professor Dave and everyone else that had, so, all right, let me give this a shot, and I bought it, and I was very impressed with it. I said, man, this is not too bad. And then as years have gone on, and I remember we did a collaboration, all of us on a Wednesday night, Jay, you, me, Eric, and whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I just don't look at this as a malt liquor. I think look at this as a beer. I would pick this over Budweiser. And to this day, my thought has not changed on that. Just the smoothness, the easiness, the way it goes down, the way it's like it's perfect. Now, yes, nothing against Colt 45 at 6%, nothing against King Cobra, which we get here, which is I think 5.8 or 5.9, I believe, for King Cobra. But Mickey's. The only thing that came close to this, I would say, is that when I finally tried the Steel Reserve 6%, and we had it here, but then of course in 2021, when I moved up here, I was able to get that, and of course get the Steel Reserve Triple Export, and of course we know what happened in 2021 with Molson Coors Purge, that just disappeared, the 6%, and I think now this is only in 3 states, where you guys are in Louisiana, Jay and Dave, Vermont. And I think Arkansas is the only 3 states that does the 6%. Everybody else is at 8.1%, and that 6% was smooth. Now, if that was still there, I would say that would probably be the 2 beers I would buy. But since we got Mickey's and nothing against Colt 45, it just, to me, the way it goes down and the easiness of it, it's not. Again, it's just, I would pick this over Budweiser 9 times out of 10. It's just so well made, well done. You see the lacing on this. And Jay, you told me a story. You heard that at a bar or someplace we're going to, they were selling Mickey's out of the at some bar the can Mickey's.
Oh yeah, no, it was the little glass bottles, the little grenades, as people call them. That was at a bar in Metairie, Louisiana. Called. They probably still sell it. It was in the cooler. It was $2 a bottle.
Hey, I would take that all the time. But it's just a smooth, refreshing beer. Again, majority of the time I've had it here. I only see the grenades. Maybe some places I will see the 25-ounce can. Very rarely I don't see the 40-ounce bottles unless I was going to Mississippi, where I would see it in Moss Point and Pascagoula when I would drive on I-10 leaving Mobile, and I would see the glass bottles and Mickey Ice. Hey, listen, who knows if Ice House can come back and Miller High Light can come back? Why not Mickey's Ice come back? So it'd be great. I would love to get my hands on Mickey Ice for sure.
So let's say, so Claude gave it a 95, Claude?
I'm going to go. Yeah. I'm going to go the same. I say 94 out of 100. It's just a good. I know this says malt liquor, but to me, it's I just enjoy it. It's just
y'all drinking it tonight.
It's good stuff.
See, that's what malt liquor does. You drink it, you drink more of it, and then you start giving it high scores because you enjoying the culture of it.
So what would you give it, Jay and Dave? I think it deserves a 94.
Well, I like it a lot. I don't know what I have to sit there and sip on one to give
no, I'd have to examine it first. Again,
I couldn't just give a score.
Yeah, I can't.
I never had a chance to try private stock.
Off the cusp of the head. Yeah.
I bought Half and Reffer. The last time I bought Half and Reffer was 10 years ago, and then it went out of business. So,
who is that?
So
thank you.
Feeling good, so yeah, I got 3 more bottles left of this, so I'm gonna chill right now tonight. So
all right, so tonight we're looking at Olde English, better known as OE 800,
or some people call it 8-ball.
There's no
when I lived in Jersey, they were calling it 8-ball.
I don't know why somebody would do that. That sounds like some cliche, clicky thing. All right, so the appearance of this, as you can see, clear as any beer that I would consume, and I would consider this would be perfectly brewed. Smell on this? Smells like beer.
And Jay.
Now I don't know if somebody's like done something to the recipe, but I
don't think they would have done anything.
This like really kind of distinct flavor to it. Back in the 42-ounce plastic bottle days. Hey, this is just clean. It just tastes like a regular beer.
Cheers. And Dave, Jay, and Claude, the name with Malt Liquors, remember, they always have these strong, powerful names, Steel Reserve, Hurricane, Schlitz Bull,
Right.
Mickey,
I was talking about that before you joined up. Yeah, I was talking.
the Stingray, Olde English, King, so King Cobra.
It's very clear, clean, very tasty. Who makes this one? Is this Coors beer?
Does it smell like my high school gym shorts?
No.
Claude, hold on a second. Time out. I will not answer that. Yes or no. I only answer that with I have not smelt your high school gym shorts, nor would I like to smell your high school gym shorts.
Thank God. I'm sorry.
It might be smelling like stale teeth.
Don't blame Claude. He drank a whole 40-ounce bottle of old.
No, I didn't. It's funny.
He did. What?
Hey,
Boom.
if you bought a six pack of Olde English or Mickey's to a get together, I don't know, like this.
John, what are you on? Your third?
Who's that? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on my third. Yeah, I'm done. That was my third.
Don't judge us. Don't judge us for the 40 going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say no. I'm not saying that. I'm just.
So I just want to make this one little statement about the 40 ounce.
Okay.
In New Orleans, there's a band called the Morning 40 Federation, and their motto was to get up every day, and before they even did any kind of practice or shows or anything, that each one of them would drink a 40.
Right. Good way to gain weight.
Yeah, and if you're on YouTube, look them up. They're actually an entertaining band.
Now here's the 12-pack.
The most famous song is Bottom Shelf Blues.
Never saw that before, Ron.
Bottom Shelf Blues.
We don't get. I've heard of that. We don't get the 12. We don't get the 12.
Jaden? Is that Jaden?
We don't get the. We don't get the 12-pack here. But I've seen the 12-pack in Shreveport, and they always had the tiger on it in Shreveport. Yeah, that's what you get in the 12-pack. I'd like to get that to put on my wall.
John, what do you think about Jaden?
Next time I go to Shreveport, I'm buying this.
Jaden Daniels. Oh, he's rocking, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's game.
Rookie of the year, rookie sensation, rookie
could be.
strongman. He's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. I mean, if they put on a big number against the Eagles tomorrow night, then that would be very impressive. That's a big game.
He's like pop, knows when to run, knows when to pass.
Exactly. Pop. And he has the right people around him.
Same thing.
Hey, Dave, you know what pairs really well with Olde English? A little Casa Amigos.
Now we're about to have some fun. But really, if you want to do food pairings with this type of style, it has to be spicy food. Spicy seafood, spicy chicken,
negative.
Things like that, so.
All right, here's the Walmart website. They sell it at my local Walmart for $6.27.
Woo! You know how much I paid for this? $2.19. Oh
man!
Walmart has my Walmart in San Diego has your now.
This is a 6-pack though. All right, so they're saying
a 6-pack to a football watch party.
It's $6.27 if you split that in half, which would give you 16, 32, and another 16 would be 48. That would still be like $3 and six what?
27.
Okay, it would still be like $6 and 14 cents or something like that.
Okay.
First.
Hey Ron, you know this inflation thing everybody's talking about? Kessler's in Walmart in San Diego is going for $18.99 now.
What is?
Really? Kessler's?
Kessler's.
Hey, Hessler's. What is Hessler's?
No, Kessler's is a blended whiskey.
Yeah, it's the
Oh
cheapest.
man, keep that up. If you're in
It's about
Walmart, check out
Yeah.
Stedman's Select. Stedman's Select.
All right,
Sounds
let's look at what they say here about Old English before we get the score. Smooth, rich taste with a slightly fruity aroma. Introduced 1964. Introduced in 1964.
Wait, are we going straight from Walmart's website?
Golden yellow color and a slight hop flavor. This is what Walmart's saying about it.
Boom. Why are we at Walmart's website for the description of the beer? Why aren't we on the website?
Molson Coors. Molson Coors don't have anything on Old English. I don't think they have the listing of the beer, but they don't really say.
Yeah, they don't tell you much about it, but obviously Walmart is getting their description from Miller Coors. You know, they're not going to sit there and make up their own description. Okay,
Good question, guys. Would you bring this 6-pack? Would you bring a 6-pack to a football watch party? A 6-pack of Old English
I would.
or Mickey's.
Yeah, sure, but I'll probably get kicked out the party. But because
I'll be like, hey man, I don't care what you have to say about me.
like Jean-Pierre says, they'll give you the side eye.
I'm here to have a good time.
Oh, we doing a grade?
Yeah.
Man, this stuff is as smooth as it's like a Miller High Life. I am not kidding you. I'm sitting there drinking this stuff. I'm trying to. Now
but it doesn't taste like
have less of a characteristic. The last time I had the OE 800, OE 800 has its own distinct flavor to it. This seems to be washed out by somebody's like new beer invention.
Somebody said tequila. Somebody said tequila.
Yeah.
But if you wanted a clean malt liquor, I'd say get that.
I think Beverage Rebel and I are the only ones who
does
like
not
those
have the
words.
legendary OE 800 flavor that I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to give this an 83.
83.
8.3 out of 10. Oh well, call it as you see it. I always say that. Call it as you
It does
see it.
not have that legendary flavor. So I mean, I don't know what else to say.
We got to call Miller.
It's not a great,
No.
it's not a bad beer. I mean, if you like something that's like very little flavor, like Miller High Life, with an elevated
Earthquake. No.
So sort of like
alcohol level, I'd say yeah, go ahead and pick this up.
Sort of like an extra strong Miller High Life.
Yeah, pretty much, or Coors run off something. I don't know. I don't know who makes this.
Miller Brewing in Wisconsin.
Really? That is straight up Miller with some alcohol in it.
Yeah.
And they changed it. They changed it.
Yeah, it used to be owned by Pabst, but Pabst sold it to Miller, and now Miller makes Old English.
So it's to be Miller. Miller makes everything just taste. Everything they put out just tastes like Miller. I don't like Miller. So
Miller's good beer.
They put out just tastes like their own beer. So they.
But he's saying that he's saying that they co-opt the beer and then they make it their own. You know.
If you got the time, we got the beer. Miller.
Old English. I was going to buy Old English to bring to this hangout, but Walmart didn't have any in stock. They have it now.
Mickey's was the only one. The second thing I wanted to bring possibly was Schlitz, the Blue Bull. But Mickey's was whatever. Schlitz is good too.
Now the last part of this hangout, then we're off the air. I'm going to go lay down and watch football.
Oh, that's right, MAC football, MAC, right? MAC action.
Mid-American Conference. Yeah, yep. I do want to go watch that. So as far as show and tell, as far as what's coming up, I don't have no show and tell with me. I'll go grab it. But as far as what's coming up, Friday, Fandango Friday, any liquor or liqueur?
Will not be joining you.
Any.
John's not joining because he's got things to do.
On the traveling.
Any liquor or liqueur? Any liquor or liqueur? I'm gonna bring probably. I'm probably gonna bring that whiskey sour from Zing Zang. Then Sunday is Super Sunday.
Well, that's
Any
not
beer,
really a liquor or liqueur. That's a mixed drink.
but it's sort of like a liqueur, though, right?
No, that's not a liquor or liqueur. A whiskey sour in a can is a mixed drink. So you're kind of stepping out on your own rules.
I like mixed
about
drinks. I like those.
Yeah, but in the past,
No. The rules are liquor or liqueur, straight or on rocks. Now all of a sudden we're doing mixed drinks. I don't understand this.
yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Okay, fine.
We've always done mixed drinks. Elbow always brings mixed drinks.
Well, the hardheads that won't stick to the rules will do that.
Yeah, but didn't y'all bring the didn't y'all bring that batch and barrel? What was it called? Batch and barrel, those pre-mix and those. Yeah. They
Elbow
brought those.
always brings mixed drinks.
Yeah, those I think it's called batch and barrel. It's like those different
New administration, new rules, Dave.
the Manhattan, they brought the Manhattan, they brought the old fashioned. It's all liquor based. I mean, it's made with liquor.
It's all good.
Okay, so we should make our own drinks and bring them on. And go, hey, I made my drink.
Do that. I would hate to do that because I don't have any ability.
Time for a mixed drink night.
November 17th, Sunday is Super Sunday. Any beer, wine, liquor, iced tea, coffee, milk. Then November 20th, next Wednesday, is white wine night. Bring any white wine.
Will not be attended.
Such as Wild Irish Rose, Moscato, white Moscato. Okay,
It's funny you picked Wild Irish Rose.
I was just making a joke. I was sort of making a joke, but I could go find that.
Are you really surprised? Are you really, really surprised?
Yeah, but Claude knows a lot of my videos are done tongue in cheek. Let me go get the show and tell.
He does have a good sense of humor.
This one really will drink that stuff and pass it off as tongue in cheek. I'm just letting you know.
Dave, is that can that red can behind your left shoulder empty yet?
No, it's garbage.
A lot of my videos.
That stuff's
not garbage.
It like permeated the metal, and then it tastes like garbage. I mean, you ever get like a flask, and you put liquor in it, and you forget you put liquor in it, and you go back, and it's like kind of gray colored. That's what happened here.
That doesn't sound too good. All right, so I'm trying to.
You didn't take it.
What is that?
This is coming up soon. I haven't opened the bottle. But
it's a milk toe.
No, thank you.
Pennsylvania Dutch pumpkin spice cream liqueur.
No, man.
For all you cool, this is only for the cool pumpkin spice people.
Did you steal that from a nursing
got it at
home?
A discount, right? Did you get it at a discount?
No, I had to pay the full price, but.
And how much?
It won an award. Well, whatever they're selling it for, whatever they're selling it for, Total Wine and More. That's what I paid. It was like
how much?
$14.99, I think.
Oh no! Why would you pay $14.99 and you get like $17.92 for the same price?
Because this is Pennsylvania Dutch pumpkin spice from Pennsylvania.
Sounds like something a child would drink.
Did you rob that from a nursing home or something?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I'm going to let all the jealous people say what they want, and I'm going to move on.
Claude! Come on, man. Can't do that.
Yeah. What you got, Claude?
Any show and tell or promos, Claude?
Nothing. I'm getting ready to go to North Carolina in 2 days and get my Ice House beer, my favorite that I cannot find anywhere beer, Ice House beer.
Good old Ice House. Yep. Can't argue with that.
Can't find it in bottles, in glass bottles, though. Only plastic.
Oh, Claude. But no, they're going back to glass. Oh, Claude, I'm getting very close to start reading one of your books, but I'm
Put it
trying
in
to
the bath. Put it in the bathroom. My books take about 3 to 4 bowel movements.
I'm still finishing a book that I bought years ago. So
Yeah, I have books in every bathroom. Am I the only one?
no,
I got
No.
books everywhere. I got books mostly in my little area now. Since I moved in here, I put some stuff here. I try to get back to some reading, especially been trying to get back into doing that now that I'm moved officially. Some days, like you said, just nothing like I like mystery books. I like adventure books. I'm not into the romance. I like those little, detective murder mysteries, things like that. Some I find cheap at the Dollar General. Like only $1. Is good. Get off the tablet. Get off your phone. Read a book.
Yeah, get off your phone.
You can read. I read on Kindle app on my iPad. I love it. I do it every night.
I read nonfiction, but
history stuff. Yeah,
I love reading. Do you think future generations will read?
I hope so, because reading is fundamental.
Yeah,
it just escapes your mind to think about things, and you have your mind be creative. Think about things.
And you don't have to pay up.
Oh yeah, Old English on draft. That's a great question. It probably exists somewhere, but where I wouldn't know.
I see Whistle Pig all over. Is that a good? What is that? A bourbon or rye whiskey?
It's Scotch, I think, right?
No, it's a bourbon.
Oh, Whistle Pig. Okay,
It's expensive.
Yeah,
it's very expensive.
It's a creative whiskey.
R.L. Stein, yes, that would be
you can go taste it, Claude.
Last show and tell and promos, Claude.
I do videos once in a while on business and sales and marketing, but I'm not performing anywhere. So I'll do. I'm going to be traveling, so no reviews. Sorry.
So you're on the hiatus.
Are you going to be in North Carolina up until Thanksgiving, or are you going to?
Yeah. The greatest thing, I said this before, in North Carolina, I get up early in the morning and I go running around the neighborhood, and people are setting up these giant stainless steel pots full of, I forget the oil they use, peanut oil, and they deep fry their turkeys. Yeah. And it's a North Carolina thing, man. And it's so
dangerous.
It's so, yeah.
A lot of times they don't have the bird properly prepped to do that.
Oh yeah, I love fried turkey, but it is dangerous. Yeah.
How many people have died by blowing up themselves cooking turkey on Thanksgiving?
A lot. I think a lot have.
You got to make sure you have the oil on the pot, and yes, you got to at least have 2-3 people there watching you doing this. You can't just neglect. You got to be there, making sure it's done. And then turkey,
we have 2 people kill themselves.
Make sure that 3 days, 3 days, 3 or 4 days before the turkey's thawed, make sure that it's thawed thoroughly.
Yeah, don't put that. Yeah. All right. So any promos?
They don't use thermometers. They don't check things. You
gotta do it right. You gotta do it right. Now, any promos or show and tell, Jean?
Just the only one I have right here. I haven't done this yet. The Hardywood JoJo's Chocolate Vanilla Cream Stout.
Hardy! Oh, wow. You like that sweet? You like that sweet stuff, don't you?
Well, that cookie butter ale I tried, that was a little sweet, but I just had it was. To me, this and that one, it's perfect for the holiday season. I guess I see why they put it out. But it looks like it's a collaboration between Hardywood and Trader Joe's. That's where I bought it at. This one's at 9.2%.
Has a brewery now?
No.
It's Hardywood Brewery in Virginia.
Hardywood in Virginia, but they have a partnership.
9.2.
That version usually means you got 2 entities working together to produce one.
Looks like they have a partnership with Trader Joe's. So I said, we start with cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, and other natural flavors. So 9.2%. This is what I have. I'll probably do it maybe when I get back, like I said, or maybe I might do it tomorrow, just kind of get it out of the way. Who knows? So that's the only review I have. Like I said, I will not be joining you Friday. I'll be traveling. And same with Sunday. Question mark for Super Sunday, but I will be back this coming next Wednesday. And what are we doing again? because I had to step out to the other room.
Something
White
gross.
wines. Any
White
white?
wine.
Something not
Okay,
good.
so
Something doesn't
something
make
from
any
Week and
sense.
Owl.
Doing it.
Might be something from Week and Owl again. Another white wine, a
White
Chardonnay,
wine. Really?
That would be a good one. Okay,
Or
John's
something.
that would be a good.
Hey girls, let's do some white wine.
Or Sauvignon
Chardonnay. Would you like a Pinot?
All right.
Or Chambray, no Rossi.
White wine is
Let's
delicious.
talk about our little problem.
I like white wine. I like white wine, and I don't mind jealousy. If y'all want to be
I'm
jealous,
not a fan of it, but I've had.
kidding me, man. You know what? Turn in your man card. You doing white wine? Really?
I'm
You
not a
gotta be
fan.
kidding me.
I prefer reds over whites, but I've had a few, like I say, Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blancs, Rieslings, Pinot Grigios.
You're good. There's nothing wrong with them.
Nothing wrong.
have a good safe trip.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I just want to say that we're gonna do some white wine.
There's a Budweiser
And I
commercial
think I'm
here.
gonna do something like really special.
Well, we did red wine, so now we're doing white wine.
And I didn't participate in red wine.
Silly question. Are there vineyards in Louisiana?
They have some vineyard. They do have some vineyards, but they're not too.
They don't do wine here in Louisiana. You know what? They smoking. You know what? They think they can do wine here. We don't have the environment. We don't have the agriculture. We don't have anything. The best thing to do is get mayhaw out of the swamps and make this sweet wine. They make sweet wines. That's it. They make a strawberry wine. They'll make it like a mayhaw wine. It's always some kind of very sweet wine. That's
Yeah.
it.
But Louisiana,
Nothing like no.
Louisiana has a strong French influence. I would think that the
Yeah,
wine
but you
is
gotta have.
better.
Yeah, but you gotta have the
They make
terroir.
it from the local grapes.
You gotta have the terroir. You gotta have the terroir, Claude.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go, guys. We're looking at Outlaw. I picked this up. As you can tell, it's a big boy can, tall can, 16 ounce. I had no idea what this was. Somebody says, "Hey, you should pick that up. That's pretty good." I said, "Well, okay, I'll try it." But of course, I had to invest into a case. So I got a case this for $22 and 4.2% alcohol. I figured, hey, worst comes to worst, it tastes like, I don't know.
Careful.
Natural Light, Mick Ultra, along those lines, 4.2% alcohol. But it says punch to pickaxe. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's like
That's for shotgunning it.
But
apparently
I don't
it's
get,
like
I don't get
geared
the
for a
shotgun
certain
thing.
area, and it's got this looks like some kind of a deer head or ox head or something like that.
That's from Colorado, Claude. It's made in Colorado. It's made.
It's probably
It says
good.
Mile High Light Beer.
Colorado doesn't know how to make a bad beer.
It's a really good light beer, and that's why it's becoming very popular.
Colorado beer is. I have never had a bad beer made, a craft beer made in Colorado. They're all good.
Oh, is this craft beer?
Well, not exactly.
I don't know, Ron. Is it a craft beer?
It's not a craft beer, but it's a good
Craft
beer.
beer?
It's a good light beer. All right. So any
I'm
promos?
gonna go.
All right, bye, Claude.
I just did a
Thanks,
promo.
guys.
What are you
Friday.
talking
No, that was show and
about?
tell.
On tonight?
Any promos for your channel?
That's it.
All right. Well, thanks, folks, for joining.
We everyone buggering out.
We had a great hangout with Jean-Pierre, the beverage Remo, getting ready to go on a trip. Claude, who has to leave. David, who's did a great job describing his product, and I had the Colt 45. So y'all take care. Y'all take care and see y'all in. See some of y'all Friday night for Fandango Friday.
Drink better beers.
Bye, North America. Bye bye, world. Bye bye, everybody.
Drink better beers.
Wait, that's my slogan.
That's why I turned it over to you.
Yours is certified culture.
Drink better beer, kids. Say it. Drink better beer, kids.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, these Malt Liquors are pretty good beers, man. Can't go
All
wrong.
right. We enjoyed it. We had a good time tasting malt liquors. What you know about that?
Yep.